With all my experience in audit and accounting, I'm still using trust, not logic. Even
because
if
this is a church member.
He's a church member, he's a good guy. Calls me per every time. January, did all the purchases total, all the bank deposits. So I realized in January only, I have a variance of 5M. January only.
A loss of 5 million.
Yes. Now I'm stuck. I'm just wondering, okay, how do I go about it? Actually, I started developing ulcers.
Imagine this. You find a friend in church and you trust them so much that you employ them in your business. In the long run, they make you run into losses of up to over 10 million shillings. That's the story of Pastor Isaac Gichane, which we are just about to hear. My name is Kingori Wangeshi. This is my story right here on Tuko. Let's hear how he trusted, and this trust blinded his professionalism until he lost.
So my name is Isaac Gichane. Professionally, I'm an accountant. Graduated with Bachelor of Commerce and also done CPA. Because with BCom without CPA, you're not an accountant. But with the CPA without BCom, you're an accountant.
Okay, okay.
Whole trick thing.
Yes.
So I graduated at Technical University. So I've done audit accounts for over 8 years now. And along the way, I have also been serving God in various capacities until 2018 when I became a pastor. Before I became a pastor, I had not gone to theological school, but when I became a pastor, it's also good for knowledge. I enrolled in diploma in divinity. I've been doing it. It's quite informative, and I can say before I enrolled and after I've really learned a lot. And that's why I would not I have a problem with anybody who opposes theological training. It does not increase your spirituality, but it gives you knowledge. So I'm still going on. Maybe I'll finish next year, around June. So that's what I'm doing currently also.
All right.
Yes.
So we can call you Pastor Isaac.
You can call me Pastor Isaac or Isaac.
Yes.
Yes.
So does Pastor Isaac have a family?
Yes, I have a family. I'm married. Married some years ago and blessed with 2 children. Yes, I thank God for them.
It's a testimony.
Yes.
Now let's dive into the story because that's a good background because you have said you're an accountant.
Yes.
And you're a pastor.
Yes.
And your story involves accounting.
Yes.
And the church.
Yes.
What happened?
Now, let me not really say and the church, but some individual that we were fellowshipping with. I don't want to accuse the church per se, but the individual who did the wrong. Yes. Now, went to another distribution company, and I was an accountant there with another sister company. They were doing some rentals and all that. So I was an accountant. You can call it the group accountant. I said, from this distribution, with all this knowledge, what if I start my own smaller distributor? We call it wholesale. They say, I think I will start. But I stayed for some time before I started. So when we came to 2020, I think it was after 1 year or 2 years when the idea crept in. 2020 COVID year, something just came in me. I said, I must start this thing. It is during COVID time. I don't care. I'm remembering even the words of Isaac in the Bible. He planted in the dry season and he harvested. So I said, just like the namesake, I too can plant in COVID and still harvest.
Yes.
So got a house, Zimmerman, rented. It's a good place. Said, I'm starting. I got some capital and someone else also lent me some money. And I put down the structures and everything. Now another friend of mine was selling me the software, we call it this selling software and all that. And he was said I was to pay installment. So things were working very well.
For your good.
Another guy, friend of mine, he gave me a computer and a printer to print the invoices. I was to pay little by little. Everything was working for good. And I started. Fortunately also, I got the suppliers who were also willing to supply me on credit. There was this unga called Umoja they were just introducing. Said, I will introduce it, I will be the first one to sell it. Even if there is a problem, it's a new product, another one in Thika. I started. There was nobody else who was selling it in the whole of Zimmerman and the environs. So new product, new shop, problem. But I was determined. So another one, also distributor was selling me now all those other items, curry, the cooking oil and all that. So I started little by little. Now, I called my brother. He came to help me for some time. Now, I was referred to by another friend of mine to a guy from Gatondo North, a place called Kiamwangi. He said Kiamwangi or Kamwangi or something. So that guy came. I helped him to settle. He didn't have anything, so he wanted even some money to settle. But I've been told by my mentor, don't give salary before someone have even started. So I gave him an idea, look for someone from your area, at least I can help you with food, so that I can see his commitment. So he got someone. So I used to give him like maybe 100 or thereabout per day, so that it doesn't become a burden to the one he's staying with. So I gave him something for food for the meantime. Until now, at the end of the month, he got a house, and helped him to rent it and something, so that as my employee, he will be comfortable working for me.
Yes.
Now, in the meantime, I've gotten this other guy from church. Now, the church where I was fellowshipping, he was working from another company that was selling or introducing a new diaper in the market. So I think their contract was coming to an end. So I said that would be an ideal person because he is doing marketing, and this is about sales and marketing. That would be an ideal person for me.
Yes.
So I waited for him. The pastor who we were with told me that he would be leaving. The guy was to leave for the work, I don't know, after 1 week or thereabout. So actually he came the following month around 10th. We started in August 16th. He came the following month. I was okay, ready to wait. Now it's after now he has come. Now my brother was also leaving to go do his own stuffs. And I thank him. He had supported me for more than 2 weeks, which was good. Never even paid him anything.
Your brother?
Yes, I never paid him anything. I told him that I wanted to give him something. He said, no, I'm okay. So I thank him for that. Now I've gotten this guy. Now the first guy that I've gotten with my brother, he was not so talkative, but I understood him.
People are different.
Engineering and IT people, they don't talk much. They do much, they don't talk much. Not all, actually. Anyway, not just saying a few. So after now I have gotten this guy, I released that one. Now there are two. Now the brother has gone, and this other less talkative guy is gone. Now I've gotten one from Kamwangi, and this other one from who are fellowshipping with. He had just joined, he had not stayed for a long time.
Your church?
Yes. He had not stayed for a long time. So now there are two. One who has experience in sales, another one who is also learning. So I divided their market. One was to deal with the whole of Zimmerman, another one with much more of Githurai, so that I'll have that diversity of the market.
Yes.
And also penetrate the market. And the business went on. Luckily, I got some people who gave me credit. And if it's 3 days or thereabout, now I'm able to pay. After that, with the sales, because the capital is like I only purchase retro and install and did the structure of the house, of the store.
If I may ask, what was the range of the capital?
I can say the one that I started, I think around 200 or so thousand.
200,000.
So then I got the goods on credit, which was so good for me. The best thing is that I had, where I was working now as an accountant, I had made networks with suppliers.
Yes, so you had learned.
I had learned, I've had a good relationship with suppliers, and so they were opened accounts for me with some credit limits.
Yes.
And it was good. It helped me even to start. And now it's growing a little. We have hit now September. So what I used to do, the salary that I'm receiving on this end, remember I've not stopped working on this end. I want the business to pick up. The salary I'm receiving, I would pay my house rent, then come pay the overheads in the business, because I don't want to still use the small profits to pay the overheads. I wanted to give it time. Now, after some time, suppliers are coming in, if you can call it so, thick and fast. I got one who was a big supplier.
Yes.
Now, as this started, you start with maybe almost immediate payment. Then after that, you have started building good relationship, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks. And now even the business is growing. You are selling more and more and more. From 5,000 per day, 10, 15, 30, 50, 100, 200, it's growing.
What are these now?
Sales, 200,000, it's growing 500,000, to a point that even a day I would sell 1 million, one day. Now, after some time, allowed October, let me say allowed October 26, because I checked the book afterwards now. What used to happen, I bought them a book, the two sales guys, they would record what they are selling in that book. So I'd come in the evening, check, maybe the payments that they have deposited.
Yes.
And if there is any variance, then we would agree. And you know, when the shop is small, you can see those are 40 bills of unga. They are remaining 30, so 10 are sold. So where is the money? You can do that kind of calculation. Now, the unfortunate part entered where the system that I had some issues.
The software.
The software.
Yes.
It could not do some things. The developer is coming from a far place, working also elsewhere. So I started without it. But now I have my brother there. Now after some time I have guys, and one of them I trust him so much. He is from the church I'm fellowshipping with. So I use trust to begin with before the software works. So 1 month without the software. Then the developer came, we rectified, then he went. Then after that, I realized that we can do sales, but you don't have reports now. So when you sell, you cannot see the report of the customers to know this one we sold 5,000, has paid 3,000, remaining 2,000. So even if you use this one, we're still stuck. So instead of using it halfway, let me wait for the developer. The developer comes again after 2 months. See, now those are like 3 months.
Challenges, teething problems,
yes,
new business.
Yes, for a new business. And again, I'm not there full time. It is during COVID time. So I'm leaving Thika to Nairobi, getting to Nairobi around 8. The curfew was 9. You check books for little up to 8:30. You want to leave before the police arrests you. You pay your guys for the bike to take them home very fast before they are arrested.
You're
as a good employer. And so that the work will continue. We continue now. Close to November starting, you see now the suppliers are continuing. The credit limit is also, they are also increasing the credit limit.
Your suppliers?
The suppliers.
What do you mean by credit limit? We are laymen.
Credit limit means if, for example, I'm selling you goods on credit, I'll tell you that I can only sell you goods worth 100,000. So that is your limit.
The one that I can take on credit?
Yes. If you want to buy anything more than that, you pay cash.
Okay.
So if you want to buy goods worth 150, you first pay 50 immediately.
Okay.
You see? Now, they were now increasing now from that limit 100 maybe to 200, 400, like that.
Okay.
Business is growing.
Yes.
Now, around November there, this guy got some customers. one of them, he was just around, he's not far from there, let me not mention their names. He was just around there. And actually the first day they were calling because he was referred, I was with them. I came, told me that, you know, there's one customer I was referred to, and he wants to start. He was also starting a wholesale. So I told him, these are the prices you give him. So we talked with phone, told him the type of products to keep in this area, because here there's this unga that sells much in this area, another one. So all those ideas. He's like my competitor, but I'm still telling him the best way to succeed.
Yes.
Anyway, we are not competing to kill each other, but to succeed in our own ways.
Yes. So,
unknown to me, after that, we have talked and told him this is the prices you sell. They now met with my employee. Told me, no, I want you to sell goods, sell to me at prices I can also be able to sell just like you. I don't know the kind of agreement they had.
And which employee is this? Is he the one from...
Not from Kamwangi, the one that we have met now in church.
Okay.
The one we have met from church. Now, that agreement I didn't get to know. I started selling below prices without my knowledge. Now, I used to set them prices every time a new invoice comes. The other one was receiving, so they know even the selling, the buying price. But I will set them the sharing price. I will show you the WhatsApp messages. The selling prices, sell at this at this, sell unga at this, sell jama at this, sell cooking oil at this. So I give them the prices at which they are going to sell. And that's the prices I will come to check on the record book. Now, don't know the agreement they had with this guy. He used now to sell goods below even the selling price, in the notion that that other guy will be able to sell. I've never understood that logic, why a normal human being would sell things at a loss. Now, the problem now came...
When you were coming to check the books in the evening, you were not noting that difference?
In the books, there was no difference completely, because I've told you sell cooking oil, sell halisi or pica or whatever at 3,000. That's the amount they will record, the exact amount. So you don't notice anything. Then down there are payments. Now, with good customer relationships, you are now giving credit. So you are selling customer goods maybe worth 50,000. Maybe they pay 40,000. Tomorrow they come for 100,000. You not fail to give them that because they had a balance of 10,000. You have made relationships. So in the record book where I'm checking, the selling prices are being recorded correctly. And mind you, this my church guy, we are fellowshipping with him. I am also his pastor. Me and him, we are another pastor. But therefore, I'm his pastor also. And he's treating me like one. When you come in the evening, oh, Pasi, umekuja, nini. I think those Pasi blinded me a lot. But that sweet talk. So you don't even imagine anything fish going on. So this is how, but I came to learn later, this is how now the balances we are balancing. So you sell goods at loss. Now, the suppliers are increasing my limit. So I still have goods that are coming in without paying. So even that which I'm experiencing as a loss, I'm not noticing. You see? Now, these people, this guy would light the correct on the book that I'm checking, but on another book, you light them the prices. If I'm told you to sell at 3,000, he sells at them even at crazy prices below even the selling price. Sell maybe at 2,500. A loss of 500 in a shop to recover it is a huge, it's an uphill task. You don't lose even a single shilling in a shop. So he's selling at 500 loss. So that guy would pay at 2,500. You see? So this thing that is being called balance unpaid is not really unpaid.
It's a loss.
It's a loss. But you see, myself, I know it is
an unpaid
debt. I'm expecting it. Now it started going on. The sales are increasing every day. 1 million sales, 1.5. One day we hit 2.2M sales. That's huge. Huge in a wholesale.
Yes.
And the sales now are increasing. The credit limits are increasing. One is giving me 3 million. Another one 1 million, another one 800,000, another one 300,000, another one 5 million is increasing to 8, increasing to 10M.
Worth of goods.
Worth of goods.
So you think you're making money in the business?
Yes. In the evening I'm checking, I can see the sales today is 2 million. Actually, when I shared my wife, hey, today I have sold 2M. She was very happy. And now, fortunately, we had just gotten a child, the second one. Mm-hmm. She was very young, so my wife could not go to the business. See now where all things now have started to work for bad or for us. Everything was working for good.
Now started working for bad.
Now my wife cannot go to the business because of the show, a young child, 2 months old. So she has time to nurse and all that. Now, she was very happy we are making sales. 100. So because initially I thought, today we sold 3,000, today 5, today 10. So I started 50. 100, 300, today sold 900.
It's a million.
A million. And I'm making my own calculation. I'm saying, at least from today, I have a profit of 50,000. At least from today, 30,000. Maybe to mentor some, because you can calculate 500 jerrycans of oil that have been sold. 500 by 50. That's 25,000. Other times, maybe 100. Sugar, 200 bills in 1 week or 3 days. A margin of 100 shillings. And 200, 100, 20,000. So if you sell sugar 4 times a month, that's 80,000. Cooking oil, you are selling almost 200 jerrycans every day. So that's around 10,000 times that.
300,000.
300,000.
Yes.
Those are just 2 items. You have not taken care of rice, diapers, they were moving very fast, tissues, the soap, and all those other items. So mentor sums, after now 3-4 months, I'm not even ready now to pump any single shillings now, because it is making money to pay for rent and other employees.
Yes.
Now, November has come, it's gone. December has come, has gone. Sales now are averaging 1 million every day at least. And goods are coming in thick and fast every day. Actually, some are not like 200 jerrycans of oil when they are delivered. They don't even enter into the store. Just out there, there are 5 guys. One will take 50, 60, that.
They're gone.
They're gone. No, the store is almost staying empty. Something like this business. God has really blessed me.
Yes.
And known to me that the reason why they are coming here like flies
is because of the prices that they are being sold at.
Yes.
Which is a loss.
At a loss. You see, if I buy 3,000, if you sell at 3,000, at least that one is a little sensible. I will know that I'm only catering for the overheads. But when you sell below that, I've lost.
So did they have an agreement outside, like if I sold you at maybe 2,500, the difference they're going to share or something?
I don't know whether they had an agreement, but I doubt whether they had one. Because as you realize as this story progresses, that this guy had nothing at the end of the day.
Your employee?
Yes, my employee.
The one who is selling at a loss?
Yes. So I don't know whether the idea was to sabotage me or to destroy me with, I don't know which agreement from where or with who, because at the end of the day, he never benefited anything. Maybe the only thing he benefited, he had some good designer clothes, better than mine, and he relocated from where he was staying to another house.
So you are paying him well, you are compensating him well?
Actually, when they started, after 1 or 2, I told them I'll be giving them, if you hit your target, I told them, I want you to sell that 1,000, you 50,000. If you hit your target, at the end of the month, commission. So every month commission. Then in October, you know, you have started in August, in October 8, I increased the salary, leave alone the commission now, the salary. My guys are doing good.
Designer clothes.
Yes, and also to present the image of the company. So I increased the salary so that they can stay good. and I'm also helping them as a human being. I remember this guy when he was relocating, the one from Kamwangi, I helped him, things to do with the rent, so that he can be comfortable. When it is at night, I'll pay them a bike to take them home. My own money, not that I would deduct them. I bought them a meko to cook food, lunch.
At the wholesale?
Yes, at the shop, at the workplace. And they are not cooking with their money. Steal my money. Take uga there, take rice there. Go buy skuma wiki, go buy a small meat. Cook. I want you to be comfortable. My employees.
You are feeding a hyena.
I was feeding a hyena. If I'm lying, they can come dispute that fact. Some of those customers were coming to eat there also. I have no problem with that. Anyway, the much I'm selling is enough to even feed the customers.
Absolutely.
So, we have gone on well. November, December is gone. I remember even December I paid them bonus. We are 5 months into business.
Wow.
Or 4 months. Give them bonus. They are my good employees. Apart from salary, money that will be enough to go to Kamwangi, buy clothes as you go home, let your parents not see you like you're suffering in Nairobi, and buy shopping.
Yes.
And also have some money to buy meat at the shopping center. This
go.
other guy is a family man, so I even give him more so that he can have time with the family to celebrate Christmas.
Yes.
December is gone. I wrote a letter to resign in December.
Because your business is doing good.
At least now, at that level, I need my eye there. And my director, she was already, she had just delivered a child at October. So she requested me that, can you stay for another 1 month? I said now, as a parent who has a young child also, I know how a woman with a young child, how it is to have a young child. And also as an employee, hatujakosana, there's no bad blood. Yes. So I said, let me give her another 1 month.
Yes.
So that I can sign now, leave beginning of February. But the sales are increasing crazy there. And you are giving yourself all, you don't want it to fail even a single moment, because as the scripture says that we do it as if we are doing it for God. So you don't want it to fail. So you don't have even time to look very well in your place. And now you are thinking, the same way you are giving your all, where you are working.
The same way that your employee
exactly
is also giving their all.
Their all, plus he is my brother in Christ, the one who is almost like the manager. We are in him, with him in church. Yes. So he's like the immediate manager after me, and now there is this other guy from Kamwangi.
Yes.
So he was my eye, and you are trusting him. Now there's a problem. I trusted him so much.
Like you are trusted in your workplace.
Exactly, to a point that now I'm not using logic.
Oh, because I remember you told us you're an accountant.
I'm an accountant.
You're an auditor.
I'm an auditor.
This is your business?
This is my business.
It is failing, you can't see it.
I can't see it. Instead of using the same audit experience, the same way you do audit, you check the internal controls and all that, you're using trust instead of logic. This is a church guy which fellowship with him. Now, in December, around December, I told my wife, I've been feeling like I'm going to fire these two guys. Not because there is anything I've caught them doing wrong, but I'm just feeling. Now, prior to that, around September or thereabout, I listened to a certain sermon, and this pastor was saying, it was during COVID, you see now the pastors were doing online.
Yes.
So he's like preaching to his two pastors who are, but it's online sermon. So he's telling them, pastors, if you want to fail in life, start a business and employ your fellow church member.
That is what you had done.
Now, I first felt like, this man, I respect him so much. Why can he say such a thing? I know him. He's a big guy globally. You know, he's a prophet from a certain country. I know him. He's a big guy. How can he say such a thing? But he's a man who says some things and then he explains it. Before explaining, you feel like he has offended you.
Yes.
So when he explained it and he was saying like, some of these church members you employ if you're a pastor in your business, they think that your business is an extension of church. So they bring church
into the business.
Into the business. So, and then he was saying that if you are an employee, never be caught in your workplace praying. Your employer did not tell you that he wanted an intercessor. At first I was feeling it is offensive until he started explaining. Say, if it is an intercessor, he will hire one. So you went there to work. So if you are praying, pray in spirit, silently. Don't say that it is 10 a.m. you want to go somewhere and hide and pray for your job. He wants you as an employee. He does not need an intercessor. So around October, November, December, then I'm feeling, telling my wife, I'm going to fire these guys. Not because they have done anything. I'm just feeling like.
Instincts have started kicking in.
Yes. And then, out of the deposits that this guy is making, sometimes I would check in the bank, I'm not finding 100,000. I'll ask him, hey, how is this 100,000? I can't see it. Say, hey, I'll check. The following day, did you see it? Oh, I called Safaricom. They told me the money was hanging. They will return to me, then I'll pay it. But you know, the business is going on. So once he is paid by the customer, will he tell you that it is from the customer?
No.
He'll deposit and say, they returned, I have paid. Remember in December we sat and we realized like 4 deposits, I could not see them. And then he said, you're going to check. So it was the issue of the Safaricom and it has now returned. Now, the supplies are going on, the credit limits, the losses are going down, so you cannot tell because money is flowing in from every side. And now you have resorted to trust instead of logic. January, I told let's employ a lady who will now be recording, because I had realized that this guy from Kamwangi also was also stealing small. He would sell sugar, not record. He'd sell something, I realized some things are not being recorded. So I employed a lady. Her responsibility now was to record everything that is leaving the store before it leaves. So that in the evening, these guys will come and record. She will now come and check with her record if there's anything that has been left. So I knew that group who sealed. Now it's January. We went on. Remember, I've been told to give the lady the whole of January. So I resigned beginning of February. Now I came in to ensure everything now, the same way I was managing there.
The very same way you manage your business.
The same way. Everything strict. Sales, everything, the system now must work. Remember, it has been having issues, so it has not been working. So I ensure now that guy comes, so that it now work completely. Now, you realize that in my books, we are on Friday or Saturday, but the deposits that are being recorded are for the sales of Monday. So like 4 or 5 days, no payments. And you know, as a good customer who is buying daily, if someone buys today goods worth 300,000, tomorrow, and now they pay 250, tomorrow they come and buy another 400, you're not fair to sell them that because they have a balance of 50. You take 50 and 400, now they will pay maybe 300, they are left with 150.
Yes.
So in my mind, I'm thinking that this is unpaid balance. What I'm not aware is that that balance unpaid is a loss. So you see now, and it's not being recorded that Isaac has 500,000 goods and has paid 400. It is being recorded lump sum. Sales were 900,000. This customer has paid 100, the other one 200. And you see, with all my experience in audit and accounting, I'm still using trust, not logic. Even
because
if
this is a church member.
He's a church member. He's a good guy. Calls me per se every time. When we go to church, he will Gichane me for some time, telling me how the business is going. And he even accused the other guy from Kamwangi of how he is somehow misbehaving, but he is managing him. So this guy is my manager. He's a good guy.
He had a good sweet tongue.
Sweet tongue to blinden me. We come to February, now I've resigned, I've come. I want to ensure everything now is done well. Now this guy, the sales, he had gotten like 6 or 7 customers, key customers. One was Kawes, another 44, another one was from 45, another one Isambu, 4, 5 key customers. They would buy like 300,000, another one 400, 200. So they are buying approximately 1M. Another one actually from Juja. I said, my business is growing. All the way to Juja, that's a crazy, crazy step. And I'm thinking this person coming from Juja is also coming. Imagine someone comes from Juja, buys things, hires a car to transport and still makes profit. So I'm thinking, I'm doing good. Unknown to me that they are coming because the margin, the price at which they are buying is way below. Even if they hire a car to transport their goods, they still make a lot of money. February now, I've started now to see now, when I check the credit balances from the suppliers, this one, I'm seeing this balance is very high, but these guys, they are still paying. Maybe in 1 week they have not paid. So I do 1.52 million times 5, that's about 10M. So Najui Guinea is still floating somewhere. Well, I remember it was February 17th, if I'm not wrong, 2021 now. It was on a Tuesday. Got the guy, because I can see the balances. One supplier have almost over 10M. I've not paid them. Remember, they were giving credit increasing because of the way
Yes. Now you as suppliers, you have a debt of around 10 million.
Yes.
Okay.
To pay my suppliers.
Yes.
One of them. Another one 3 point. Another one 1 point. Another one 800. So I'm approximately like 16M. So I asked him, how much? You see, they record if it's Monday, Tuesday. So which day are they paying the customers now? We are on Tuesday. You know, he told me what? They are almost completing the Saturday payment. I was shocked because Saturday, we on Tuesday. I checked the sale for Monday, 945,000. So we are saying that the match I can receive is how much? 945. 945,000. Because if they are finishing, they are completing the payments for Saturday.
Now that is last Saturday.
Yes, we are on Tuesday. So they will now start paying for the Monday, isn't it? So how much am I expecting? The Monday sale, which was 945,000. What is the credit balance?
16 million.
Store, nothing, no goods. Hey, I'm just there, stuck. Now I'm starting to see a problem. I sat down. Now the logic is now starting now to apply. With my audit, took the January only. January, did all the purchases total, all the bank deposits. So I realized in January only, I have a variance of 5M. January only.
A loss of 5 million.
Yes, out of the purchases and the deposits I have in the bank, so 5M. So I'm wondering, okay, why is this 5M? Yes, there's a problem here. I told him, you know what, sit here. Don't tell me they. Tell me specific person has this balance. Specific customer this balance. So that I can tell you as a customer, hey, pay me this. Not now, they. Now, before that, this guy, other guy from Kamwangi, I had realized now, because you see now I have brought a lady who is recording. He's now trying to defy some other things of how he can steal also. So you say, I have a customer, I need to get goods very early in the morning so that I take to them, the customer needs them very early. It is the lady who was opening, so he wants now to go with the key. So I realized that kind of trick, so I fired him. And you know, when I'm also learning, this other guy, my manager, is also the one who is telling me how this guy is stealing little. I said, that's very bad. So I'm even trusting this guy because he's telling me how this guy is stealing me.
This church guy is the one who is telling you about
this
employer.
So I'm trusting him very much.
Yes.
So I have fired him. So he is gone now. He's angry and thinking that this other guy is the one who has made me to fire him. Now, and now I have now, and after 1 week after firing him, I've now unearthed now this problem.
Which is about 5 million loss.
For January only.
Wow.
So I've told him, you know what, we are not selling today. Today is me who is selling. So anybody who is buying comes through me. And now the lady who is recording. So you sit there, do the hesabu, tell me every customer how much they need to pay me. So he sat. Now I have already done the 5M, sent to a certain order, he checked. I wanted now to take it to the police station. So I went with it to the police station. I met this lady in Kasarani, Sergeant Mary. He explained the story. And she told me this case is very complicated. We need to get the details. Just arrest him on Friday. So that in the course of the weekend, we will unearth what has happened. That's what we did. Now, that day when I told him to sit down, I left and went somewhere to just sit down and cool my mind because I was feeling like I'm boiling. January 5M, when I checked the balance, around 16M in total. So I'm saying there is a problem here. I don't know where the problem is coming in.
You don't know where your 5 million is?
I don't know where leave alone the 5, the total 16, I don't know where it is. Is it with the customers? It is not with the customers because they are going to pay 945. Now when I was there, I called the lady. I don't know what I wanted to tell the lady to do and now tell this guy. And she tells me, he has said that he has gone to do the hesabu in church. I was mad because how do you leave your workplace at work hour to go do that hesabu in church? Are you employed in church? No. So what are you going to do in church?
Well, our pastor now is getting angry.
Yes, I'm getting angry. The Bible says be angry and sin not. So I was very angry. I was very mad. From that day, he never came back. When he went, I called him. Nimeenda Githurai kufanya hesabu. Nimeenda kufanyia church. I did not ask him anything. From that day, he did not come. There is a problem. He is hiding something. Now, the sales that we had made, now when I said I'm not going anywhere, I'm the one who is selling. See, there is a price. Now, the 945 now for the Monday, I'm now asking the specific people, give me this money. Now, one of them, from Kahawesh, she sent me 20,000 less from a sale of 200,000. I'm asking, where is the other one? She's telling me, no, ask him. I'm telling her, no, I don't need to ask him anything. Okay, have you sent him the 20,000? Saying, no, we balanced with the, how did you balance? I sent her now her list with my 200. She's giving me, I don't know, 176. So where is the 24? She can't. She's telling me, now I think now she talked with that guy. They agreed to how to manage me. I realized there is a problem here. Another guy who is all close there, I was asking for the money, I think around 150,000 or thereabout. He's telling me he has completed to pay. I'm telling him, no, you have a balance of 22,000. He's telling me, no, I paid everything. He's telling me, let me come with my record. Came with his record, where he had recorded how much he has sold. And I compared with how?
What you were given as a record.
Yes. Could this guy used to write me a green record here, then write another record on his side book and send to his customers. So I look the record, I see it is okay. He would send them. Now the difference that is not being paid, he is telling me that it is balance unpaid. In the real sense, it is not a balance unpaid. Now here is 16.
And this is a person that you preach to every Sunday?
Yes, I preach to. He calls me Pasi every morning, every time, telling me that they are praying for the business to grow. Now on Friday he came. So I just told him, sit there, do the hesabu for George, tell me how much he owes so that I can ask him to pay the money. Luckily he had not done the calculation for that one customer. That's what saved me and made him to come. So I went to Kasarani, talked to the sergeant, took another police, they came and arrested him. He could not believe that he's being arrested. And because it's not in his wildest imagination that I, as a pastor, I can make him arrested. So he cannot even imagine that can happen. So we went to Kasarani. And you know, when he was being interrogated and interrogated, asked why and all that, finally he accused Satan and he said that it is the devil. Completely, that was a false accusation against the devil.
Now you are the devil's advocate.
However much I hate the devil, I think we Christians have to be responsible and say that I have messed up here. Don't just go accusing the devil even where you have messed. Imagine you sell unga. If you imagine 20 shillings margin or 30 or 50, it goes much, to Juja, a bike carries 10 bills, you pay him 500. You see? Even if you were to make a good margin, that's 200 shillings. But you have paid him how much? 500 shillings to ferry. And then there are 3 all the way to Juja. And known to me that even leave alone the margin, it has even already been sold at loss, and you're also paying transport which you are not aware. You don't think. Remember, you're using trust with your church guy, not logic.
Not the accountant in
not
you.
The accountant in you has been hampered by the trust you have for this guy. I'm asking him, okay, explain to me, leave alone even this police issue, a human-to-human understanding, make me understand how you sell goods at a loss if you are a normal human being. Mm-hmm. He could not say anything. He's saying, oh, it is one of the customers who made me. Oh, I'm like, how can a customer make you sell goods at a loss? You are the seller. If they don't want to buy at your price, you don't sell. Oh, he's the one who told me to sell to him at a price they can also sell. So you think the price they can sell is selling goods at a loss so that they can sell. So you want to help them. Oh, then he comes up, oh, when I'm not there, he says that he was selling at a loss because I was giving them pressure to sell. When I'm there, he cannot say that because he knows it is not true. So, the police were now thinking, just as you were asking, whether he had benefited by selling at loss. So one of the CID there, he interrogated them the way CID do their things. The guy had nothing at that time. He had a family bank loan, year up 7,000. He had nothing. He had only opened like a small shop in Githurai, a small one. Now I'm starting to see signs that I will not recover. And this is 16 million staring at me like this. I'm not counting my capital or any other profit I have made along the way, and anything that I have added. I'm just counting the supply balance staring at me.
It's like a debt.
Yes. And the business has no capacity now to even think of it. And I was just hoping if I just get 5 million back, I'll be on my foot. I'll know how to get to do business and pay. Now, nothing. Nothing is coming forth.
The warehouse is empty?
The warehouse is empty.
You're staring at a 16 million debt?
I'm staring at 16 million debt.
With 945 in cash.
This 945, you see, this guy used to make them pay what you are sold today, you pay tomorrow. You see? So what was paid on that Tuesday was yesterday's sale. You see? So what he is saying that they have finished paying on, they are finishing to pay the Saturday payments. It is Monday's payments. It's not that it is going to come. It is me who is thinking that it's going to come when I check the book, but they have already paid it on that Tuesday morning. So what he is saying that they are finishing to pay the Saturday is the Monday. So this 945 is not that I'm going to receive it. What they were, this guy says is Saturday, is the Monday sale that they are paying. So even the 945 gone.
So you have nothing?
Nothing.
You're just staring at 16 million shillings.
16 million debt, no stock, no receivables that are coming in, just there. Now I'm stuck. I'm just wondering, okay, how do I go about it? Actually, I started developing ulcers. After some discussion with the police, she tells me, this money, you will not recover. When they interrogate this guy, he has nothing. No asset, no nothing. He had only bought new clothes and changed his rental house and bought a TV for him, maybe to watch ball or something. So he just changed a little lifestyle. So he has no asset we can sell to recover anything. So the police tells me that, you know, the only thing we can charge this guy with is not to recover money, but to just charge him for destroying your business. but not to recover anything. That broke me because I was telling that I'm not going to recover anything. So I realized that that is the case. If this guy, we go to court and then he denies the charges, it will break me. I don't know what I would do to him because I know it is true. You know, people go to court and they say no. So I don't know what I would go do to him. I was angry and I'm just asking God, what do I do now? How do I start my life from here? I told the police, you know what? Not even interested with that court case. If it's not to recover the money, I'm not interested with it. What I'm gonna do, just forgive him. Let him go. Never to see him again. So the askari told me, we will not allow him to just go like that. Let's tell him that we are going to require him to raise 200,000 for you, and then you forgive him, so that at least he'll be active, not to just go relax, just like nothing happened.
What are suppliers telling you at this point?
At this point, I've tried to talk now to suppliers, telling them that this is my situation. I don't have money. Just supply goods to me. At least I go on business and be able to pay. But you know, you have my 3 million. You cannot pay. If you're telling me to supply you goods worth 500,000 also, and then you'll be paying the debt little. As a supplier, they have a problem with that. And I understand them. It's a genuine concern. You don't know whether, if they cannot pay 3 million, then you add them 500,000, they will not pay again. They now come. So I tried to plead with them. It was not coming forth. I went to my bank. I asked them how they can help me. Before that, the money that was free in the bank like this in a single day, one time the branch manager called me. What are you doing? Who do you do? Tell me, do wholesale business. How do you do? And I explained all that. He told me, you know what? Your account is the, what can we call it? Is the one that is doing the best in our branch. That
Back
was
when you were doing very well.
Yes, that was bigger. I will not say the bank. It was the best. Actually, when he called me that time, he called me to his office. He even serving me tea. I'm like, I've never seen this. I only see it when I go to represent my boss. I'm treated well. Now I'm being treated because of myself.
Yes. Now you're back to him.
Now I'm back. So, you know, I need a loan to start my business. He says, you know what? Okay, we can give you, but we need a collateral. Do I have a collateral? Nothing. I had only bought two bikes, motorbikes. So they need a collateral, maybe land, logbook, and all that. I'm like, okay, this bank will not help me. The suppliers are not helping me, so I'm stuck. Now, apart from now the supplier not supplying, they also want their money back. And they are serious with it.
Now, Pastor.
Yes.
Are you still carrying that burden of 16 million shillings?
It's still there. At least I paid aloud 400 or 600,000. So it's only me, my wife, my children. We stay. We just encourage each other in the Lord, like the Bible says, and we continue with life. Nobody to talk to, just me.
No, Pastor. You're a pastor.
Yes.
People come to you and they're hurting in church.
Yes.
How do you deal with yourself, with your case, as a pastor, hurt by a person who you are with in church?
Now, one thing, I resorted to so much prayer. Even with the threat, I prayed even more. That gave me a little bit of more strength, and the Word of God. And the other thing that gave me a lot of strength is the support of my wife. She was there. She has suffered a lot because of what has happened. She suffered really a lot, but she stayed there supporting me, encouraging me, and I know she is also down. I encourage her, tell her things will be good, we will make it. So it's our own encouragement that encouraged us. I can't say there is anybody who came through to encourage us or to do that, except one of my brother, the one that I had employed. He really supported me that time, because I told him, you know what, I don't have money right now. I want money for rent. See, give me loan, give me money to pay rent. I don't have money.
Wow, what a testimony, what a story. And you're going through this as a pastor, and every Sunday you must preach to people. You must preach to church, you must speak to them.
I must speak to them, I must encourage them. Some will come crying. You encourage them, they don't know what you are. I think, have you ever seen that picture of a pastor with knives at the back, and they are laying hands on someone praying for them?
That was you.
That's the position. And you have to encourage them, you have to give them hope, tell them it's going to be well, pray for them. Then they will come and tell me, you know what, Pastor? God has done it. Yourself, you're there and tell me, God?
Why are you not doing it for me?
You're going to do it for me also.
Pastor,
yes.
This is your camera.
Yes.
Please speak to employees. Speak to us. We are also stewards.
Yes.
In our own capacities.
Yes.
Speak to the stewards who are entrusted by business people. Our audience have businesses. They have shops like you had. They basically have premises that they entrust with people. Speak to us, entrusted people, the stewards. This is your camera.
What I would like to tell the employees, be faithful with what that responsibility that you have been given to do. Do it faithfully, as the Bible says, as if you are doing it to God. It does not matter all those other circumstances around you. Just do what you ought to. Don't steal from that person. Don't sabotage them. Like for him, he never stole from me. He sabotaged me, destroyed me, to an extent that sometimes he gave some of my friends some stuffs. You are my friend, and my staff buys something for you. Because that guy bought a friend of mine a 50-inch TV. That friend of mine never told me anything.
Thank you very much, Pastor.
Yes.
Are you comfortable telling us where you preach, where you fellowship?
Yes. Currently I fellowship at Kimbo. I say currently because I was somewhere. Fellowship at Kimbo. I'm a member there, and also I preach. Yes. Yes, I do both. As a member, as a preacher, but I'm under pastor. Yes.
There's somebody out there who would want to either get a word of encouragement from you or maybe help you to stand up again, because maybe they can talk to their suppliers or suppliers will see this interview and know what really happened.
To conclude, let me thank my wife. She stood with me in all that. There are times that I was so much trouble. She would be so much. If it gets to 7, she's not seeing me around. She would get mad, call me 50 times. Sometimes I'm not picking. She is worried and all that. And she stood with me. I was very worried also. I could look at my young children and wondering, well, am I going to jail and I'll get you as grown up? So I thank her very much for the support, and we will become great and better. Yes, thank you very much.
You build an empire. Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you be comfortable sharing your contact?
Yes. My contact is 0727 272 959.
That is the story of Pastor Isaac Gichane. He says that trust blinded his logic. He's a very good accountant, but when it came to his business, he trusted a church member, a person he met in church, and that person messed him up. 16 million shillings debt is what I'm staring at. If you're not encouraged by this story, then I think you need to give him a call so that you can hear much more. My name is Kingori Wangeshi. This has been my story right here on Tuko. Keep it here.